We don't need to do all this. We're doing too much.
I like how we're 18 minutes in. We haven't even started yet.
Doing too much. All right.
Well, with that being said,
let's get going. We're doing too much.
Oh, that's going to be fun to edit.
That's going to be great. Just don't do the first 17 minutes. Just got that. Got that. You can cut that.
Ooh, that was a little too fast. That's all right. I don't care.
I just shut it off.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Best of 5. I hope you are having a fantastic week. Happy hump day, because as everybody knows, these episodes come out on Wednesday and never a day late, because I never forget to edit it and then forget to upload it ever.
Exactly.
Anyway, Jory, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I am doing great. Fun fact about hump day, though, a little story after, you said hump day.
Ooh.
My mom loved that commercial. And for probably
the camel? Yeah.
Solid 2 years, she would, just every Wednesday text me happy hump day. So
solid.
And now she watches this podcast every Wednesday. So,
hey, well, there you go. We replaced the commercial. Happy hump day. Tammy. Happy hump day, Tammy. Yeah. I like how we've had you on. She didn't start the first couple of times you were on.
Yeah. But now she watches the old one.
But now she's coming back at it. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just in time for you to become one of the co-hosts. Again, my name is Chris. I am the other host / co-host, however you want to make the hierarchy, but I don't care.
It seems like you care.
A little bit, because
seems like you care.
I'm in charge of the board.
That's
for now.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Honestly.
Jory's much better at it than I am.
I think I'm fun with the board, but sometimes I'm annoying with the board where you're consistent.
Yeah, I don't really do a lot of board work, but it's also because I talk a lot.
I think you're consistent with the board, and I think that's what the people probably maybe want. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah. I'm also really good on the fader. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the fader. I put it all the way up.
And
so
you're just
the board is as loud as possible.
That's Jory. That's my impression of Jory. That was a good fade up.
Fade down.
But anyway, we've already wasted 17 minutes of our own time before we even started this episode. So let's go ahead and jump into round number 1.
Let's do it.
Round 1.
That silly goose juice. I'm always goosing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oxygen is my silly goose juice.
Well, speaking of oxygen, let's talk about round number 1. It's going to be Christian Bale, fun guy.
I wrote this one, so this is a really good one. I literally...
Hold on, I have a timer.
Yeah, set the timer.
All right, go.
I literally, I was making notes, in the real world, if you will, about not any of this podcast garbage. I was making notes on topics to write, and I had a lot of really good topics. And then in the middle of these topics,
because you had a list of really good stuff, and then you're just
somewhere in that list, I wrote Christian Bale / fun guy, and. The Christian Bale, that could be a whole topic. That's great. You guys have done celebrities before. That's not crazy. But what the fuck did I mean by fun guy?
So this is...
And I put a question mark.
Yeah.
Fun guy, question mark?
Because this is my thought process. So I feel like you saw his behind-the-scenes rant.
Oh, here's the thing. I like him in interviews. I think he does a good job. He's a piece of shit.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm losing this one.
He
allegedly
got arrested for I think
say allegedly and can't get sued.
Allegedly, yeah. Allegedly, he got arrested for maybe beating his wife and maybe his mom too. I think there's a little bit of physical abuse that happens in his. He's a very intense person.
Should probably Google that.
I swear to God, that's what I read somewhere.
Let's just take a look. But
allegedly.
But the reason that I was assuming that you wrote this is because he had that now infamous behind the scenes I forgot. I think it was on.
You might be right.
It was on the Terminator Salvation, which is he was John Connor and had the half robot that didn't know he's a robot.
Yep.
But he had the behind the scenes thing. He was oh, look at you, and just went off on some fucking stagehand or some shit.
Yeah. No, I have seen that video. That's not why.
You absolutely nailed it. Christian Bale was once arrested for allegedly, that's why I said allegedly, assaulting his mother and sister in his hotel. Who filed a police case on him. It was mother and sister.
I thought it was his mother and his wife. And I just was like, damn, but also he seems like a real intense guy.
He seems very intense.
Yeah, I have seen look at how he changes his body for these movies he does. Absolutely unhealthy. Anyways, I saw this interview with him. So I don't know if you know Christian Bale's vehicle, his daily driver, if you will.
I do not.
So Christian Bale's daily driver is a gray Tacoma.
Okay.
And
I mean, no shit on Tacomas. It's just when you're a bajillion dollar actor and you drive a fucking Tacoma.
He doesn't give a shit. Not a car guy, apparently.
Yeah.
Literally, he's in this interview and it's with like this British gal and she's like, a Tacoma. And she said something about it being like a piece of shit.
Because the Tacoma's the littler truck, the pickup. The little. I think my brother has a Tacoma.
The Ford Ranger of whatever.
Tundra is the bigger one.
Yeah, Tundra. Yeah, Tundra Tacoma. And honestly,
I low key want to.
They're kind of fucking sick.
I kind of low key want one, but my brother has one, and I don't want him to think that like I'm trying to be him.
They're kind of sick, but he's like. And he does it in a very funny way.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you trying to say that the Tacoma is not the greatest car of all time? Because there was something about it not being a great car. He's like, are you trying to say that the Tacoma is not the greatest car of all time? And he kind of giggles. He smirks a little bit. So it's a little less intense than his normal vibe.
That's fair.
And then it went to this shot. It was like a reel of just a bunch of pictures of him filling up his Tacoma at gas stations. And it's like, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of funny. So maybe that's why I fucking wrote this, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you. Yeah. But I mean, like, I have nothing against Christian Bale. I do agree that I think he's intense when it comes to roles. But
I like him as an actor.
Dude, fuck, I always get these two movies mixed up. The Prestige?
Yes.
Was that him?
The Magicians?
Yeah. Yes. Well, there's two that came out at the same time, and I get them fucked up.
There's like the Prestige, and then there's like the protagonist or some shit. Like, I don't know. But they're both P words, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's Prestige with him.
And you know what? It's got Hugh Jackman and it's got him. And Hugh Jackman's the other magician.
And that's Prestige.
And guess what? I'm going to fucking ruin it because it's been about 25 years since that came out.
That's very true.
What? He's got a twin brother.
Yeah, and that's how they do all their shit.
Unbelievable. When the twin brother has to cut his finger off
to match 26 years, dude. Oh, sorry, not 26.
16.
It came out in 2006.
2006?
Sorry, it popped up and distracted me. Yeah, it came out in 2006. And the other one
don't say 26 years.
And the other one had
not that old.
Edward Norton in it, right?
I can't remember, dude, because the other one sucked.
I'm literally typing out Prestige, The Illusionist.
Illusionist, yes. Who's in it?
I'm pretty sure it's Edward Norton. Yeah, it's Edward Norton.
You're right. Damn it. Yeah, they came out at the same time.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti's in that too. But yeah, they came out at the same time. I do not remember The Illusionist, but I definitely remember The Prestige.
I remember glimpses of The Illusionist.
Yeah.
But I watched The Prestige a lot. And what a goddamn throwback, Chris. People don't remember that movie enough.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know anybody that has ever even referenced that movie once. And for some reason, there's a space in my brain where that movie lives. And I don't really know why.
Yeah, doesn't he meet...
Is it good? Is it that good? I rewatched it probably 4 years ago.
I do remember The Illusionist. I think that's where Edward Norton meets Tesla.
Yes.
And Tesla clones people.
Yes.
And then he learned how to clone, and then he's just killing all his clones.
You are 1,000%
I do remember.
correct.
Where Prestige he just has a twin brother.
A twin brother.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute though. No, because Hugh Jackman has a doppelganger the whole movie, so you're thinking of...
Fuck, it's the same movie! Fuck, it's the same movie!
Of it. You're still thinking of
Who
Prestige.
met Tesla and started cloning themselves?
It
was that Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman met Tesla. He started cloning himself and then killing all of his clones.
Okay, so I guess I'm thinking the same movie.
Yeah.
I forgot that because Hugh Jackman was chasing Edward Norton, trying to be the best magician.
No, he was chasing Christian Bale.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he was chasing... See, I'm still fucking it up. But he was chasing Christian Bale.
The same movie.
And then... I do think they're the same movie.
No, The Illusionist is about... So Edward Norton is a shitty magician, and he he starts to study under like a great musician, a great magician, and he shows him like how to more of like the engineering side of magic.
Yeah, because it's like I don't fucking know, dude. I'm done embarrassing myself, so I'm gonna fucking hit the beeper right there.
There we go. Anyways, Christian Bale. Let us know if you like him or don't like him.
I guess. Honestly, I don't know where that topic was going, but
exclusively. And I think it was just like, do you think he's a fun guy to hang out with outside of work because he's so intense? And maybe that's where I was going.
I definitely would not
seem like he likes to party.
It's like, would you grab a beer with Christian Bale?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
I think that was what it was.
Yeah,
he's not like, oh, I'm Christian Bale. Hi, I'm Christian Bale, and I like to party. Like that's not his vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
I like how you flipped the collar. That was solid.
Yeah, it's not his vibe. Not a collar flipper.
No, definitely. Oops, punched my own mic.
That's okay.
Well, there you go. See you later.
All right, folks.
Anyway, moving on to round number 2.
Round number 2.
Ow, that kind of hurt.
Yeah, you fucking pussy.
Round 2.
Thanks, G.
And with that being said, Jory, what is round number 2?
Round number 2. This microphone smells like a beer burp. Round number 2 is going to be a controversial topic.
Yeah, so we don't usually try to get political on here, but this is going to be the most political thing we ever talk about.
Definitely.
As of right now.
I think this is going to be probably, the most like political, definitely the most political thing I've talked about on this podcast.
That's fair. I mean, G and I have argued about iPhones and just Androids before, or just Mac versus not Mac. So
yeah, is that political?
Fucking ask a fucking Apple user, dude. It's super political.
Is it? Oh my god, I just like apples, dude. How do you like them apples? Anyways,
so
speaking of apples,
what's the topic?
The topic is flat Earth.
All right. So, yes or no? Do you believe in flat Earth on 3? 1, 2, 3. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to be at for this topic.
And honestly, if you guys don't want to hear about that point of view, you can go right ahead and skip across this one.
Yeah, go ahead and skip 7
minutes. I don't want to make anybody feel stupid or uncomfortable because maybe they think I'm stupid. Maybe they think I'm stupid for thinking the Earth isn't flat. And I respect your opinion and I respect your views, but you're wrong.
Yeah, and the only thing that I ever need to just show people how...
Allegedly,
that's not real.
You're allegedly.
So you can't sue us.
Thank you.
How just to show people that they're allegedly wrong is just, hey, show me a map that's accurate, like a world map that is accurate, and they can't.
And that's a really good way because it is freaking impossible to make a map of a sphere. On a flat.
Yeah.
It's so wrong. Like everything is so proportionally incorrect. And we know that. Mm-hmm. We know that it's proportionally incorrect when you look at a flat map. You get taught that in school.
Yeah, exactly.
If you went to school. Some people didn't. But
obviously.
School, like that's...
Now I'm just taking shots.
Yeah, you're just taking shots. But like that's the thing where it's like, this is not entirely accurate. Like, this one is... Right here, this means 1,000 miles.
But the one up here,
this means 6,000 miles. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's So
my favorite example of this is like take like an orange, right? Cut it, peel it to where it's like a whole thing, so you could fold it back together into a ball.
Yeah,
and then try and take that and make it flat.
Yeah,
and it turns into the most random shapes ever.
Oh, it's absolutely just a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Of a looking shape.
And it's just like the geometry of like how you traverse the sea is not just a straight line. It's literally you have to go like this. Yeah.
And people who think like it's like this is like a hot take right now is where like Antarctica, the ice wall is the edge of the Earth.
Yeah.
That's actually what the edge of the Earth looks like. And if you can get past that ice wall, then you fall off the Earth. And that's what's holding everything in is this ice wall in Antarctica.
Yeah.
I just like... I think there's secrets in Antarctica. We can get conspiracy.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Fucking shit going on there that
I don't think it's an ice wall.
About?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an ice wall, but not to the edge of the fucking Earth. Like it's just glaciers.
Yeah.
It's just frozen. Like that's why it's an ice wall. When you look at it, you could describe it as an ice wall, but it's like land on. It's like
so
ice on top.
it's so
you know
like
what I mean? It's
the
not
North
like
Pole.
It's not a gate. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's not a gate.
Yeah, so they're trying to say like the North Pole is like the direct center of Earth.
Yeah,
and then Antarctica is just around the outside. Around the outside.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. Yeah,
and it's like that doesn't make
around the outside. Yeah.
But that doesn't make any fucking sense. Just saying that in general,
it just feels wrong.
Yeah,
it just feels incorrect.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And there's a lot of like just shit science that takes half of the equation and proves their point.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's true for this, but it's not true you do the rest of the math.
This is like, you're talking about some real theoretical science. This is applied science.
Yeah.
And applied science says we are not flat.
Yeah. And it's the weird thing where it's just like, okay, so I can observe a ship going over the horizon. And you're like, well, that's just because you don't have eyesight. If I pull out like a telescope, I could see the ship.
So that's the story that I have is literally, I watched this entire video and it's these flat earthers and they're like, we're going to prove the earth is flat.
Yeah.
This entire 6 mile stretch is at sea level. It's at 0 feet sea level, the floor. This is where we're at.
Yep.
We have the most powerful flashlight in the world. And it's like, because
I think it's something to do with dropping, what is it, 3 feet a mile? I forgot. Something like that. Yeah.
And that's about whatever the fuck it is. Like, it's like the curvature is that.
Yeah. So you lose 3 feet of elevation every mile you go.
So they went like mile, they went 2 miles, I went 3 miles. They did the whole thing. And they're like, we're going to prove the earth is flat. And the guy's got his camera and it's literally on camera and it's for this.
Did they have like
Earthers
they had the plywood and they had a hole? Is that what you're looking at?
I can't remember what it was,
because I think I know the same thing.
He's just like standing there recording and he's like, all right, Derek, turn on the flashlight. And he's like, the flashlight's already been on. He's like, what? Do you have it raised up? He's like, yeah, it's over my head. And they
put it in.
They fucking can't.
And then they like said something about like, oh, there's just too much debris and foliage in the way or something, right?
But they
were blaming. It was like
to watch that part because it was so funny just to see that tidbit of like flat earthers proving themselves wrong.
So I think I know what you're talking about. And like the whole thing was that like he raised it over his head and they couldn't see it and they ruled it inconclusive because they're like, oh, there's too much tree and debris in the way and it's not a clear night, so it's super cloudy, so it's diffracting the light is what they said, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but
do you honestly, genuinely, I like to hear flat earthers like opinions, not opinion, like they're like why they think the earth's flat.
Yeah.
I'm very like a both side guy. Like I like to hear both sides when I hear stuff. So like I think that's absurd.
Yeah. So like kind of going on like to touch on this topic yet again, the undiagnosed ADHD. I went on such a giant rabbit hole like 5 to 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, where you were like, how do I get to believe into flat Earth?
So I was just listening to all of their reasoning, all of this.
Yep.
And then I would literally just like type it in and look for like the counter argument for exactly the points they're bringing up. And like, that's true over X amount of radius. But once you expand that to how big the Earth is, it doesn't follow the math.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. And like, it's like they're using geometry when now you need to use trigonometry. Or it's like, don't quote me on that, but there's like some shit like that.
Yeah. And honestly, this is the thing about flat earthers too. They're so confident when they speak about the flat earth, where it's like, for me, I can't speak on the sphericalness of the earth because I've never had a second thought about it. Yeah, there's a fucking sphere. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not. It's a squished sphere.
Yeah, it's like whatever you call oblong, like kind of fucked up thing. You know?
Almost called it oblique, but it's oblong.
Yeah, whatever. An oblique oblong sphere. You know what I mean? It's like there's like it's goofy, but it's like it's. I mean, I've never had a second thought on that because that's just. It's just fucking spheres.
Yeah. Well, with that being said,
I don't know. But I love to hear it. So if you are a flat earther, please let us know what we need to look into to start to believe in flat Earth.
Yeah, please give us the science and
Well,
what we
honestly,
need to do.
give us shoot us a link, dude. I'll watch a YouTube video about flat Earth.
Yeah, but then we'll send you the YouTube link that a scientist said that's not true.
What I would love
be
to
the give and
send
take.
is, so there's this video of it's an actual scientist who knows science, and he doesn't say he's a round earther, but he's talking to a flat earther.
Yeah.
And they're drinking a beer, and they just keep drinking beers, and then they keep talking about it. And like the flat earther keeps talking about how wrong the guy is, and the guy's like, he never gets mad, but he's like, after a couple beers, he's like, no, what? And it's actually a really good video.
That sounds like a fun video.
It's actually a really good video.
Anyway, let's move on to round number three. Round number 3.
That's the one. We need to make some fucking tick marks or something on a piece of paper, dude.
Round 3.
All right, we forgot to pick the next round off camera.
We haven't picked the next round yet.
We're going to pick it on camera, just so you guys can see that we actually pick these out of the hat. And I think it's my turn.
It is your turn. That is absolutely correct.
I got 2 of them.
I should get that quote from Chris Farley, who's like, "That is correct." I should get that on the board.
That is correct. Wow, dude, that's so funny. We're pulling all the ones I wrote about.
Yeah, all right.
Halloween.
So now that you pulled that out of the hat, Jory, to show that this isn't, because Halloween was yesterday.
Yeah.
Halloween was yesterday. So happy official, not Halloween day.
Happy official, it's happy official day after Halloween. That's what I meant to say.
Yes.
Not, what I was going to say was happy official, not Halloween day, but that doesn't really make any fucking sense. So happy official day after Halloween, if you will.
Yeah.
Excuse me there.
So what is the topic?
The topic is... And now that it's past Halloween, I think
that's what the lead up. That was the lead up.
This is very appropriate.
Yeah.
Spooky season, yay or nay?
It's definitely a nah for me, dog.
Not a spooky season guy.
Nah, not a spooky season
We
guy.
had talked about it
last week
in the last episode.
We were more so talking about horror movies.
Yeah, horror movies and TV series. And that's what you were saying was you don't really watch scary movies and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not really into it. I did watch the Fall of Usher. I thought that was cool, very gory, but it wasn't like scary. It was just like,
it was like a thriller.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, like, I don't really go to haunted houses. I didn't dress up.
Yeah.
I just don't do that.
How do you feel about all of the like Jordan Peele scary movies? Or thrillers. They're thrillers. I think they're
to be fair, I haven't watched any of them.
You haven't seen any of them?
I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen You or Get Out, You or Us.
No, it's Get Out, Us, and the new one, which is Nope.
Them.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I like all 3 of them. Us is probably my favorite.
Okay.
So if you're going to start with one, and that one is the spookiest to me.
Us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope is just like a very interesting
I know that one's
story.
about aliens.
Don't ruin it for people.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I haven't watched it. How can I spoil it if I haven't watched it?
Yeah, it's fair. It's about aliens.
And then I literally got it's about aliens out of not watching it.
Yeah,
so have the people.
The trailer shows that it's about aliens, and that's like the whole vibe. But the way they portray the aliens is unique, I think.
Yeah.
It's a very unique portrayal of aliens, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Us is my favorite, but Get Out is also fucking banging, dude. That one fucks you up. Okay, just curious about that.
Yeah. No. But yeah, definitely, I don't think I've ever been into Halloween in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Like, the cul-de-sac that I grew up on, we just never got trick-or-treaters, literally anytime I lived there. But also, it's like a cul-de-sac on both sides, so there's no traffic at all. So we just miss out on all the little kids coming in and out. So
yeah,
maybe I just grew up in a wrong environment to appreciate it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I grew up in a very spooky season environment.
Yeah.
I'm also not a haunted house guy. I think I watched too many scary movies as a kid, and it kind of messed me up a little bit in the sense of like...
You like that shit.
Yeah, like I like it on film, and I love watching scary movies, but the in-person... I also am a big, like... worst case scenario guy. So like I think about the worst case scenario.
You just give yourself anxiety all the time.
So yeah. I'm like, and I'm used to it, so I don't always have anxiety. But and
You're
when I'm
so
in
used
a
to
haunted
anxiety,
house,
you don't have anxiety anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I'm in a haunted house, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking get murdered here. This is where I'll die. Or I'm afraid I'll swing on somebody, and I don't want to do that. They're doing their job. I appreciate what they're doing.
It's just sometimes you just get like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm so happy that they enjoy doing this, and I'm glad that people like to do it. I think haunted houses are like cool. I don't go to haunted houses. I don't fuck with that.
I don't go to the corn maze. Like I know it's like a fall thing to do.
Normal corn mazes, and not like jump scare corn mazes.
Yeah, I definitely don't like normal corn mazes.
Yeah, I'll fuck with that. That's
I also like have really bad fall allergies, so I don't want to be. I don't want to be in the middle of the fucking corn.
You're like, hi guys,
I mean,
trying to get through the corn maze.
I mean, you can just listen to me right now. Like, see all that? See?
Don't do that on the microphone.
Oh, showing them how I can never breathe anyway. Doesn't matter if I'm next to the corn or not.
Don't give people that. No,
don't. That's gross. That's yucky.
That's icky.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I would dress up for elementary school, but that was mostly because like my parents did it.
Everybody was. Your parents were getting you costumes.
Yeah, middle school I think is where definitely Halloween fell off hard for me.
That's fair.
Because I was trying to be like, I'm a grown up now. I'm a grown
middle
kid.
school is like where you transition into like a full mask so that you can hide that you're a middle schooler, but you're still small enough where you get free candy.
Oh yeah, I stopped trick or treating probably when I was in 6th grade.
I went, and I did too, and I was like, I'm middle school now. I don't go trick or treating unless with my sister. She's getting candy. Like that was like the whole shtick. But then I think like 7th or 8th grade, it was like, this is the last time.
Well, to be fair,
unlimited free candy.
Yeah, to be fair, I also had a kid at 16, so when
He's so mature.
So I started trick or treating again when she was like 4. So I was 20 taking my daughter out trick or treating. So I was like, whatever.
No, and I went out. I'll never forget. It was me and my buddy Mikey from back home.
Shout out Mikey from back home.
Shout out Mikey from back home. We both and he was always in it for the free candy, dude. But then, like, in middle school, we were like, look, we're about to be in high school. We'll never get this opportunity again to get as much free candy as we want.
Yeah.
I had a Mike Myers mask, and I borrowed one of my dad's. He had to wear green, like, jumpsuit for work. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I did. And I was like, free candy, bitch.
Free candy, motherfucker.
And then he just had normal clothes and a fucking mask on.
So I got invited to one high school Halloween party, and that's when I've dressed up like probably a handful of times since high school.
Sure.
So the only reason I dressed up was because I thought I had the funniest idea ever. Yeah. So I was,
it wasn't.
Just wait till I fucking tell you the idea. So I was hanging out with this dude. He was like, I've always been short as fuck.
Sure.
Yeah, still short as fuck. I guess.
We're the same height now. Dude.
Yeah, according to the video. But yeah,
the magic of Hollywood.
But he was like fucking like 6 foot 6'1", and I was like 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah,
he was
everybody's
much
short
bigger
in Hollywood,
than me.
Though.
Yeah. But he bought this like prison thing, and he got a Nasty Nate like printed on like the thing, and I was like, oh, that'd be funny. So I was like, yo, that's a good costume. I'll show you my costume. So then I bought a child size medium prison costume, like small on purpose, and then I printed prison bitch on it.
I see, that's funny.
And then he was like, yo, you bought the same costume I did. I'm like, wait.
But wait.
And then like I did that, and he's like, dude, that's fucking phenomenal. I'm like,
funny.
But it was like a child size like medium.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like didn't fit, and that was like half the joke too. You just saw like
you were like a slutty little prison bitch.
Yeah, I was a slutty prison bitch. Yeah. But and then the other time,
that's pretty good.
And then the other time I dressed up, I wasn't planning on doing anything.
Yeah.
But one of my friends was like, hey, yo, find a costume, come meet me. We're going to hang out and do this thing. I'm like, all right. So I literally like just went through a bunch of random old costumes, and I threw together like a 80s hair metal something. It was like,
I thought you were going to say something about Haiti, and I was like,
oh,
what?
80s, yeah. So it was actually a women's costume.
Yeah.
So it was,
dude. Well, it's the 80s. It's very ambiguous.
But it was like, it was like bright pink pants and a zebra shirt that was my mom's costume.
That's
like years ago
from the 80s. That's
no, not
neutral.
but that that's fair.
80s, that's gender neutral, baby.
And then they had a pink bandana, and I just like teased my hair up and out.
You did.
And then wore eyeliner, and then it was perfect.
And that's the 80s, man.
And that's the last time I think I've actively tried to put on a costume.
All right, that's fair.
But anyway, that was definitely time on that.
That was time. But definitely love spooky season, dude. It's a good time. And it's where you start to get to wear jeans again and like not be sweating your balls off.
That's fair.
So I really like the jeans, and I love a nice like button up.
Yeah.
Like a flannel.
I am like a hoodie and like sweater dude.
I'm a fall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love boy, sweaters. Yeah. I do love fall. I don't like the spoopiness of fall.
I'm a motherfucking fall boy. So
that's fair.
Fall's good, and then spooky season's even better, baby.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on to round number 4.
Round 4.
Let's go. It's round 4, right?
Need another beer. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Round 4.
All right, Jory, what is category number 4?
And category number 4 is how streaming has affected theater viewings.
I don't know about you, but I went to the theater quite often in general before the pandemic. I want to say between definitely 2015, I saw around 50 movies in the theater because I had the tickets. Yeah, I went to. That's what I'm saying. I saw a movie once a week for a long fucking time. 2017, 2015, almost saw 50 movies in the theater. 2016,
movies released in a year.
Yeah, it's like
theaters.
Well, they release like 4 movies, like a release cycle.
Holy shit!
2016, I saw 60 movies in a single year. 2017 definitely dropped off, was like 40. Then 2018 and 19 were probably 50 movies total between those 2 years.
That's fair.
And then 2020 happened. I saw the Nolan movie. The fuck Nolan movie was that? God damn it, Tenet. So I saw Tenet, and that was it. Yeah. And then in the last 3 years, I've probably seen 5 movies in the theater since 2020.
That's insane. And you're probably saving a lot of money, honestly. But
like that was my jam, though. Like that's what I did. I didn't go out and hang out, do anything,
get
and
hammered or anything like that.
And now that's all I do.
Hell yeah.
But no, me and my daughter went to see movies like once a week, every week. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Honestly, when I was like a kid, the movies were my jam. I loved going to the movies. I still love going to the movies, but it kind of died off in adulthood where I was like, I want to be an adult and I can go to the movie theaters whenever I want.
And then you just don't want to.
I fucking didn't. I didn't. Like I would go maybe to 5 movies a year, and now this year I've probably already been to 5 movies in theaters. Or no, it's the end of the year now. But like earlier, but pre-summer,
I think I've seen 2 movies this year in theater.
Well, and now it's like I'm in a very different situation. Like before, it was like we don't need to do that. We don't need to go to the movie. And now it's like no, I love going to the movies. That's like. Yeah. One of my favorite things. I absolutely love going to the movies. I love getting that popcorn that makes my guts bubble, and I have farts.
Do you put butter on it?
Oh, too much butter.
Okay,
on
yeah.
It, baby.
I don't butter popcorn.
Oh, dude, when I go to the movie theater, I already plan to have a stomach ache the rest of the night.
Solid.
And I know that I'm going to be absolutely ripping. And they're not even stinky farts. They're just like, it's just air in my body that needs to get the fuck out.
Solid. Yeah, because the last movie I went to the movie theater to see was Oppenheimer, and that's because my daughter was
Did you do Barbenheimer or no?
No, I didn't give a fuck about Barbie.
Oh, dude, I did Barbenheimer one right after the other.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
Oppenheimer, and then I went to Barbie.
Yeah, but I saw, so my daughter, I didn't even want to go see Oppenheimer, to be full disclosure. Yeah, my daughter wanted to go see Oppenheimer because she's kind of a fucking history nerd.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, we have to go watch Oppenheimer, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, I heard it's a good movie.
Shut up, nerd.
We literally went the last week, Oppenheimer was in theaters.
Hey, how was that sex scene where they're in the middle of the fucking room and you're in there with your kid. That seems
she's almost 18.
Weird.
She's almost
Ooh.
18. It's whatever.
Honestly, I was uncomfortable watching that in theaters, and not because I don't like sex, but because it felt unnecessary.
It was weird. It
felt unnecessary.
But it wasn't weird because I was with my almost adult daughter.
Yeah,
it was weird because it was a weird scene in general.
Well, and that's, I guess, what I mean is like,
Yeah, 'cause,
it was
like-
already so weird.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
did they do that?
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen Oppenheimer, it's the whole thing is where like he was distracted and like couldn't stand at attention per se. And then she goes to his bookshelf. Is this the one you're talking about?
I'm talking about the one where he's in that room getting reviewed by those guys, and all of a sudden it's him and her, and they're just having sex in the middle of the room, like full of dudes, and his wife sitting behind him.
Oh, I know. But so that was just like, okay. So I was talking about the first sex scene where,
His beeper wasn't working.
yeah, and then she grabbed a
I
book off the
forgot.
shelf and he started reading it.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what
That's
you're
what I
talking
thought.
about.
But no, the one you're talking about,
No, that
was
felt chill. That was like, hey, we're doing like sex.
that was fucking
whatever,
weird. That
dude.
scene was weird, and all the sex scenes in that movie were weird.
Yeah, they were. No, I thought.
But no, the one you're talking
I
about-
thought his peeper was working, but she was like, "You're so smart. I want you to read to me."
I thought he was just distracted. I don't remember though. I've only seen the movie once, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've only seen it once.
But so the scene you're talking about, the reason that happened was because he was telling the story in detail.
I know. And
So-
but they didn't want to tell the details, like because they don't talk. They don't like tell the detail. He's just like, I was hanging out with so and so.
And
Is
then
what it says.
And then it cuts to him having sex, which is
not even cuts.
Well, yeah.
They're just naked on a chair with everyone around.
So the implication of that was that he's telling the story
detail.
without telling the story. It shows us the story because movies and cinema are a visual art form.
Yes, correct.
So he's
And that
trimmed
makes
the
more
fat per
sense,
se. Yeah.
But I just was like,
So it was weird and unnecessary, but if you view it as the storytelling aspect, we either sit there and see it or we hear him say,
I just think they
and then I penetrated her.
that would have been a good. And then I made penetration. I think that would have been a good like scene to just kind of die off, and everyone would have known. Like I knew he told his wife that he was cheating on her. Like I knew, everyone knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that was happening because he had to tell this entire story, and he's not a liar. Like he's like a truth sayer is the whole bit of the story. So it was just weird to put those two actors in that exact position.
Yeah, but that was because it was just showing what he was telling. And that's the whole point of that. But also, it was fucking weird.
Still unnecessary.
I also agree with you that it wasn't necessary, but I get it, I guess.
I guess I get the art a little bit more.
Also, we're not even talking about the topic.
I know. Well, sorry. How streaming is affected. I think it's affected it a lot, honestly. But now I think the market's too saturated. Where it's like there's too many streaming platforms. There's too much shit going on. I want to go to the movies now. Like, if anything, it's this weird like kickback that's happened where yes, there was probably like 5 years where I didn't go to the movies and didn't give a fuck, and then like COVID happened and I couldn't go to the movies, and then I kind of was like, fuck COVID, I want to go to the movies again. And now for me, COVID has turned going to the movie theater around for me, where it's like now it's like I'm gonna go to the movie theater because I couldn't, and I'm sick of all this saturation in the market.
I think streaming has affected bad movies.
Yeah, oh yes. So bad movies that have too big of a budget.
So, for example, all the superhero movies that came out, they're like, "Oh, this is a box office failure because everybody's watching it on streaming. Let's blame streaming." I'm like, no, people are not going to pay to go see it.
I have a different, same but different.
Yeah, people aren't going to pay to go see it. They'd be like, "Oh, this movie's so bad. I'll just wait for it to come out on streaming." This movie's
going to blow dicks.
Yeah, and then it comes out on streaming, and people are like, "Oh yeah, this movie fucking sucks."
Yeah, this movie fucking blows.
Yeah,
or it's like, man, it's
like The Flash.
Yeah.
So The Flash came out, and I was like, dude, I heard The Flash fucking sucks, but also
I haven't seen it yet, and I want to.
You have HBO Max or Max?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
It's not good.
It's like sitting down and like committing 3 hours of my life to.
You can watch it on ×2 speed. You're probably fine. But yeah,
flash speed.
Yeah, flash speed.
Yeah.
But it's like, so if it wasn't for streaming, I would have seen Flash in the theater. But
That's fair.
because I knew it was coming out to stream, like,
I didn't have to worry about
I
it.
know it
Yeah.
sucks, so I'm going to wait.
I know it's not
and
going to
see
be
if
the
it sucks.
fucking best movie.
It was awful. It was
Well-
fucking terrible. And I just watched it because it was fucking terrible. I didn't watch it because I wanted to like it. I watched it because it was terrible.
It was terrible.
Same thing with the new Thor movie. I didn't go to the theater because it was terrible.
Yeah.
And then I watched it on streaming because I heard it was terrible.
I honestly can't even remember if I went to it in theaters or not. But
Well, anyway, that's way over time. But you can continue
Way
your
over time.
counterpoint,
Oh.
which
No,
is the
this was-
same but not different.
it's
Yeah.
the same, but it's a little different. Where it's for me, it's like it, and right at the end there, that's basically what I'm talking about. It like it has stopped me from going to movies that I know aren't going to be that good. Like I'm still excited about the box office like hits or the good movies. Like,
Yeah.
like the ones
That's
that
why
are going to
that-
be
yeah,
big.
yeah.
Like I'm excited, but all the fluff that was in theaters before, where it was like, yeah, that movie looks okay, but also now it's like I'm never gonna see a movie that I think looks okay,
Right.
in
Yeah,
theaters.
exactly.
Where I used to go to movies where I was like, that one looks like it'd be okay.
See, and okay, so I agree with
And
that.
now it's like that one looks like it'd be okay. I'll wait till it's streaming.
Yeah, but so that has also like affected me negatively because the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that came out is apparently fire. It's such a good like TMNT movie.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be banging
But I looked at it, I'm like,
because of the art form.
But I was like,
I think people are really talking about the art.
But I heard it's real. Actually, like everything is
yeah,
really
dude.
good. I have no
I
idea
believe
because
it.
I didn't see it.
I want them to do
but
a
it's
Last
not on
Ronin,
streaming.
but that's a different topic.
Yeah, it's definitely a different topic. But anyway, that was definitely.
All right,
All right, I'm gonna sit here and sip.
This is also what I think has really affected theaters, though, and honestly, the making of movies. It's all these movies that they pump like hundreds of millions of dollars to like billions of dollars into that
The marketing?
are failing.
Oh, just in
like the
general. In
making
general,
of it.
okay.
And they're like failing, and now they have to be so much more careful. Like you could just get like a couple $100 million to make a fucking movie back in the day, like early 2000s. Like you could just be getting a couple $100 million to make a movie, and they're like, we'll see.
Yeah.
And like now you don't get that budget unless it's a guaranteed good movie.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I will say I was absolutely shocked how good the new Top Gun movie was.
I really want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, it was surprisingly like because I went into it and like because I went to see it with G, and we're like, oh, it's gonna be shit, but like we're in Denver, let's go see it in IMAX, whatever. And then we saw, we're like, what the fuck, dude? That was really good.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm a big Miles Teller guy, and I don't know if that's controversial for some people.
Do you remember the first movie?
Oh yeah,
the first movie's not good.
No, it's bad.
Just 80s
really bad.
cheese.
Well, it's pure cheese, dude, and it doesn't always make sense.
Yeah,
when you're watching
it doesn't.
You're like,
and then this one I was like, holy shit, that was actually really fucking good.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
And then no, I do want to see it still. I have not seen it. I should see it. All right, we're done.
All right,
we're done.
Let's move
on. Next topic.
Yeah, move on to the final topic.
Sorry, everyone. I know you guys hate hearing us talk.
Yeah, that's why you're watching, because we talk too much. But anyway, moving on to the final round for this podcast.
To the final round.
Final round.
30 seconds. If I can't find it in 30 seconds, then we give up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12.
Resistance Fall, man.
Oh yeah, I've definitely played that.
Oh, dude, the first one was.
But that was like
good.
that was fucking forever ago.
Oh, so long ago. Yeah. So that was if I had like a hard part in that game. I'd fucking listen to that song for some reason. Like, I don't really know why, dude. Like, anytime it was like a real tough part for me to get past and I had to like do it a few times, I would be like, okay, we're listening to Disturbed now. And it would just fucking power me through. So good. So good.
So good.
So good. Speaking of games, what's our next round top? What's our next topic, Chris? What's our next round, Cotton?
That's staying in. Our next round.
What's our next round, Cotton?
I know we've talked about this before, but that was with G and it didn't count, so I put it back in the hat.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Our next topic is going to be D and D, Dragons and Dungeons.
D and
So I thought this was more of a better subject to bring up again because recently. Well, recent-ish, like July.
Yeah.
Jory and I actually joined the same D&D group.
We did, yes.
Yeah, so
we sure did.
Jory is a little new to it. You guys started playing in June, May, June?
Yeah, summertime.
Yeah, summertime, early summertime. Yeah. And then I came in around July.
Yep. A month after we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I only missed like 2 or 3 sessions.
Probably, yeah. We only meet once a month, though, so...
That's fair.
Yeah, it's probably 2 months after we started.
Yeah. So, what's your experience prior to this group with D&D?
Oh, man.
This felt like an interview all of a sudden.
The closest experience I ever had was watching Stranger Things.
Okay.
Season 1.
And I think that was the resurgence.
Literally just the first fucking episode.
Stranger Things is just straight up D&D the whole time. If you didn't know that.
And it is, yeah. And it exactly is. And like that is the only thing I knew about it. Before that, I was like, fucking Dungeons and Dragons, that's for losers, dude.
Yeah. Well,
that's for fucking dorks. And then I was like, you know what? I'm a dork, so I'd like to try this.
Yeah.
And a guy that works for me
who's like all dungeon master
run the campaign, so I was like, let's do it, man.
So I played.
It has also been in talks for 3 years.
Oh, really? So you've been trying to play a long time
during COVID.
Oh, solid.
Yeah, so it was, and I was like, yeah, man, set it up and we'll do it.
And then you just never did, and then
2021 he had an idea. So like the whole blood thing, which is part of the D&D.
Yeah, it's a little secret squirrel there.
What blood is, yeah. And that came about in 2021, and then in 2022, he was really trying to set it up
because he got the itch.
Nobody was biting except for me. And then now we have the right crew. We've got the right crew of staff that want to join. And
the right crew of fucking losers.
The right crew of fucking dorks.
Yeah, because I started playing D&D, and when I say started, my first experience of D&D was in maybe 7th, 8th grade. And I was like, I played...
Nerd!
Yeah, I played one game with a friend because around that time, the D&D movie came out. Like the first D&D movie, that was awful.
And
I was like, I think this is cool.
I liked that movie because I was
a child,
and I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then in high school, I always wanted to try and get people to play D&D, but they're like, no, man, we play Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, and we don't have time for that.
No, man, we play Yu-Gi-Oh! We're cool.
So yeah, I was. So I had like random groups of friends that I rotated through because I couldn't be seen hanging out with too many people, same people.
Yeah.
I thought I was cooler than I was.
God damn it, Chris. I can't believe you've even had sex, let alone have a kid.
Oh, I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. I hung out with like the gangsters.
Dork.
I hung out with the fucking magic kids. I hung out with the band kids. I hung out with the varsity athletes.
You were a little chameleon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I could just infiltrate anybody.
Yeah.
That's why my first character ever was a rogue.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something about you infiltrated someone and had a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Because you did.
No, I mean...
You infiltrated someone's body.
But yeah, no, that's why, like... my first ever character was a rogue, so...
Yeah,
that's why I went... So that's why I play a barbarian now.
Lifestyle.
When I got into D&D again for the resurgence... I started playing a barbarian because I was like, I've never really liked playing a magic character because magic characters are too hard to keep track of.
There's too much shit going on.
Exactly.
Dude. I love being a barbarian, and Chris and I are barbarians.
Yeah, we're bar bros
right now. Yeah, I'm a dragonborn, and he's a half orc or full orc.
I'm half orc.
Half orc.
Yeah. What the other half is? It's usually human, but we haven't got to my backstory yet.
We haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
but no, and I like that style. I'm more of like a run and gun style player. So and like I've always done that in video games. So like. I brought that into it with my idea of how to play is like if the easiest way for me to get into this role is to play it like real life. And when I'm playing video games, I'm running and gunning, dude. I'm not gonna sit behind cover and stand idle or like wait.
So you're not going to play strategically.
Oh no! Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm in there. I'm murking. I'm getting it done. I'm
You're murking,
feet on
you're
the ground,
twerking.
dude. I'm the one getting hit. I'll take the hits. I'll take the shots.
Yeah.
That's how I like to play. There is a strategy to that lifestyle, though. That lifestyle,
and like again, like
You know
kind
what I mean?
of because I played like a rogue for forever.
Yeah.
Trying to just be the opposite, like a dumb just tank. And I was
Yeah.
like, I love playing the dumb tank though. I feel like
dude.
the character I'm playing right now, I definitely feel like I dialed into.
Honestly,
I can summon that character.
And I will say, if you guys are looking for someone to absolutely role play and join your D&D group, hit this fucking guy up because
Yeah.
he plays his character. He is in it. He does it. And
Sometimes to the detriment of the group, but
honestly, though, and this is what our group doesn't understand,
getting better though.
Well, I've been trying to and not even with us because we're not very good at role playing yet because we haven't done it very much, which is fine. Like, you know, we're a beginners group, but they don't understand that it will work out.
Yeah,
And I'm
unless the DM's like a fucking
Unless he's a fucking asshole.
yeah, just a straight up asshole.
Well, and John's chill as fuck, dude. He'll make it work out. And that's the thing where it's like, that's how I view life. It's always going to work out.
Right.
And so, like, it's easy for me to translate that into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when your character, Ten Toes is his name, is doing stupid ass shit, I'm like, man, it'll fucking work out.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Well, we
It'll be
just
fine.
got to do what we're going to do, make our choices. And I'm not always great at making my character's choices because sometimes I'm trying to move everyone else along.
Yeah, well, I remember like when we got together.
But
Like one of the first like major puzzles the party encountered, we were just going back and forth and no one was really taking lead.
Yeah.
And that's when I was just like, yo, Ten Toes leaves because he thinks it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I left, you guys are like, fuck, we need to meet Ten Toes. So then you like made decisions and you moved
Oh, yeah,
forward.
dude. Well-
and that was kind of like the point, you know?
And that's always and like, again, like my character is not supposed to make decisions.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking barbarian. I'm supposed to be the meat. I'm supposed to
Exactly.
be that sexy little meat sauce that's just around and bashing people.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I shouldn't be the one making decisions, and I try to play that, but then once you're in it, you're like,
Sometimes.
These guys are fucking around!
Yeah, sometimes
You
it's
know?
just too good. Yeah.
yeah, dude.
But I mean, that was the quickest 7 minutes we've ever had, by the way. And I don't feel like we even talked about anything, but
We did not, but we can continue this on the DVD extras.
so definitely, if you want to hear us continue to nerd out, definitely check out
Nerds.
Friday's episode of DVD Extras.
You guys like nerds? It's us.
Yeah. But thank you guys for checking out this episode. I hope Halloween was fantastic for you. I hope you enjoyed 2 weeks straight of Jory.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure G will be back on here pretty soon, but
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
But yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend or a great week. Hopefully to see you on Friday. Have a good. I think is there a fucking spider in front of the camera?
I don't know if it.
I
No,
saw.
there's no spider.
Well, no, I
There
saw
was
a little
bug.
web.
There was a bug on
Okay,
the
maybe
light
that's
for
what
a
it was.
while, but
Anyway,
anywho,
thank you guys.
Thank you
We will
guys.
see you on
Cheers.
Friday.
Cheers. Take care. Love you. Like, subscribe, comment.
Bye.
Bye. Super. What? MSG again?
Fuck. Super good.
Super good.